Hello, today I'm going to be doing my fan account from the Red Bullet Dallas, and I was a VIP Plus sitting in section 104, so I was on the right side, 4 rows back, so I was actually super close to the stage. What happened is the venue wasn't opening till around 6, but the concert wasn't until 7. We got there at 5:30 because we're like, let's be early, but I wouldn't recommend that. I just recommend going at 6 because it's really, really hot outside and you get assigned seating, so it doesn't matter when you actually go in there. When we got there, it was hot. I had did my makeup because I was like, yes, I gotta look sexy for Bonton. But by the time we got into the venue, it had already like melted off. It was super hot. Everybody was like dehydrating, and like I'm surprised nobody like passed out or anything from waiting outside. When we got there at 5:30, there was some fan sites handing out sticker sheets, like they were drawn. I might post a picture right here, and they were really cute. They were just giving them out to everybody. They had like 2 big boxes of them. They were wearing face masks. It was like mysterious and cool. And by the front entrance, there was a lot of fans gathered, and they were like singing BTS's songs and playing them like on a little speaker or something. And like to the like far side left, there was a group actually dancing to their songs, so that was pretty cool too. Also, we had an extra ticket, but we were supposed to, a friend of mine was supposed to come, but she had to cancel last minute, so we couldn't take her. So we just decided to let a girl have it for free. Her name was Brianna. Hi, Brianna. She was really nice. I'm not gonna put her picture or anything in here because that'd be weird and an invasion of her privacy. But she was actually super pretty and super nice. She actually also gave us photo card sets of various groups she got from H Mart, and she said that she felt bad or something that we were just giving it to her, but we're like, no, it's fine. I think she thought we were being rude because we didn't want to accept her gift, but it was just like, oh no, I don't need your gift. I feel bad just like taking, you know, what you paid for. We walked in with her. We had to separate when we got in though, because VIP Pluses had a section to go get their wristband, this is the VIP Plus wristband, and VIP had a second area to go get their wristband. Also, if you won like group shot or a t-shirt or anything, you had to go to a separate area in the front to go get your wristband for that too. It was around like maybe 40 minutes still to the concert because it did not take long to get the wristbands put on, and everybody was like kind of in the middle section, like not actually in the where the concert was being held. And so me and my sister had organized the BTS bowing project, so people were confused, so we're telling them that it was going to be after the introduction, and we would start a countdown from 10 to 1, so people would know. And we went and told all the VIP Pluses, because if they see VIP Pluses doing it, of course everybody else would follow along. You know, everybody was like waiting for it. Around like after a while, I realized, oh, my sister's like not in the venue anymore. Where'd she go? And I see her, so I go meet up with her, and she just said that we have to cancel it. We have to tell everybody not to do the bow because she went and met with the official, and he told her he didn't want any disruptions. So Culture had officially told us no interruptions at all. They would stop the concert. She tried to explain what it was for and stuff, but he wasn't listening to her, and she had to go and tell. She came and told me, and we had to go and tell everybody not to go and do the fan projects, so we weren't going to be able to do any of the fan projects anymore. So we told all the VIP Pluses, and of course everybody was like kind of upset, but you know, because we're going to see the boys. Alright, so when it started, everybody like was in their seats, the lights went out, and we all started cheering BTS, BTS, waiting for them to come out. What happened was a VCR started. Everybody started screaming their heads off, and then it was for the concept, there was like the whole, you know, teacher thing, you know, they were in school, because that's how like they started off with. So it was in Korean, but there was English subtitles, and the teacher tells everybody, be quiet, settle down. So everybody gets quiet. All the fans got quiet. They stopped cheering, and he goes, sit down, and then all the fans sit down. It was kind of funny because I don't think it was kind of really meant for, like, you know, to actually tell us to sit down or whatever, but everybody did it. We're like, we gotta pay attention, we gotta listen. So everybody is sitting down, and he goes, now we're gonna read the rules. And it was like the basics, like no taking pictures, no you know, no filming and stuff. So everybody listened, and then Yoongi pops up on the screen, and it's like the revolution is starting. So everybody jumps up and starts screaming, and every time the boys would come on screen, we would just start screaming. After the VCR stops, it gets dark, and then they start playing their first song. And my little sister, she started crying. She's like the most emotionless person ever. And when she saw them, like, it was just their silhouettes in the dark. She started like bawling. And me and my sister, my twin sister, were jumping up and screaming when they came on stage. The majority of the concert was actually fans screaming along the lyrics. Like, every time a part, like, it was amazing. Like, BTS, J-Hope said he was so surprised. He was like, wow, you guys, like, know the words. Ratman was impressed. He was like, you guys actually know the words to our songs. Because, like, at first they looked a little bit nervous. Like, they didn't know what to expect from the fans. So, but when their song came on, like, you could see it in their faces how shocked they were. Like, J-Hope's jaw literally dropped. He was so, like, surprised that we actually were able to sing along in Korean to their songs. And, like, we would shout out nobody did the fan chants, you know, like the Kim Na-jun, Kim Tae-hyung, you know, nobody did any of that. We were actually, like, screaming, like, the ad-libs to their songs. And, like, BTS was, like, getting more, like, excited off of our energy. So it was, like, freaking awesome. During Cypher, like, Cypher part 3, Killer came on. And that's, like, once you hear the, everybody, like, started jumping. We were all like, yeah, jumping up in the air. And, screaming was heard. And, like, cause the vocal line left stage, and it was just the rapper line on stage now. The members got so into it, Suga forgot we don't speak Korean. So he held his mic out to us during his, rap. So we could, like, rap along with him. But of course, nobody knows the words, so everybody's just like yelling gibberish out, and, like, he was still like pumped, and, like, Suga got so into it, he had a water bottle, like, he went to our side of the stage on the right, and, like, he, like, threw the water all at the fans, and then he threw the water bottle into the hall area, you know, just to make sure it didn't hit anybody. A girl literally got up, though, from her seat, she ran and she grabbed the water bottle. Like, they were doing the songs in 2 sets, so they do 2 songs, then they, like, dance and stuff, and then, like, take a break and talk to us, you know, because they were getting tired. I remember that, Taehyung kept calling us cowboys and cowgirls, and Rapman, he was, like, asking, how everybody was. Rapman would make sure to talk to the balcony and the people in the back and ask if they were doing good and stuff, and, like, you know, get them involved so they wouldn't feel left out since, like, they're so far away. So he's, like, always asking, oh, are y'all feeling good? Y'all feeling good? And the whole time they spoke in English. They didn't speak to us in Korean at all. Like, their English was actually, like, impressive. Like, Suga's English especially, I didn't expect much from Suga's English, because, you know, he doesn't usually speak English a lot, but his was actually really good. There was some parts, like, when Jimin would talk that people really couldn't understand him, but we would still, like, you know, yell and, like, shout, you know? So, like, you know, not to make them feel, like, awkward, and, like, everybody was so hyped. There was only a few technical difficulties. I know in New York they were saying that music was getting cut off and some of their mics, like, stopped working and stuff, but during ours it ran really smooth. At the beginning, their first song, Jimin's mic wasn't working. J-Hope did the whole slick, here you go, mic pass to Jimin from behind after his part was done, and so Jimin was able to, like, do his part. And then after the first song, I think they took a break, so I can't really remember. But so Jimin walked and a staff member, like, quickly handed out the mic. Like, it was really fast, nobody noticed. And I was surprised of how well everybody knew the songs too. Like, I know as the covers that I know a lot of their songs because I've covered them, so I know like the parts I've taken as a member in the cast, I know all their part. So I was like, oh, but I wonder if other fans would know, because I've had to like practice the parts just to remember them. And it's like, I don't know if like anybody else is like that, but I was surprised because a lot of people actually did know like the majority of the words to the songs. And BTS was really impressed. We did the sing-along. I think we did 3 songs as a sing-along. But the first one was Miss Right, and Ratmon really wanted to get everybody involved. And what Big Hit did for us was they had on the screen the Korean lyrics read in Hangul and then lyrics read in Romanization. Miss Right, Ratmon goes, y'all know Miss Right. Everybody's like, yes. Everybody's like, of course we know your songs. But they're like, let's practice. They hold out the mic to us, and they wanted us to sing along. So we're like, you're my only girl, and stuff. But then it gets to, everybody's doing really good in the Korean part. But then there's like the last like 2 sentences, and nobody remembered how the song went. Everybody's like, nah, and nobody remembered how it went. And Ratmon's like, come on, you guys, you could do better. And J-Hope's like, wow, you're so good. And everybody's like, nobody knew the words because nobody remembered how the song went because we were all like too excited. And Jungkook started singing along with us because Ratmon's like, let's do it again. So Jungkook sing with us this time. And it gets to that one part again, and everybody kind of mumbles along because Jungkook stopped singing. It's the last part. And nobody knew how the words went. And I'm pretty sure I heard like a few laughs, because everybody's like, we don't know what's going on. We don't know the song. This is so embarrassing. But when this actual song started, like, we actually did a lot better. The rest of the sing-alongs went actually more smoothly than that. And I would say like the most hyped songs though were I Need You, because they would be saying BTS saying everything, and then fans would yell fall, fall, and then I love you, and then I hate you parts. So like everybody like was active during the whole song. Like staff members were looking a bit confused because the staff member was like freaking right in front of me. So I was like, oh, I wish I could film something, but they were right there, and I don't want to get kicked out or anything. But there was really no time to even film anything because the whole time was like fast paced, and yeah, it was like so freaking awesome. Like, who cares we couldn't take pictures or whatever, that we couldn't do the fan event. Like, the boys were feeding off our energy, and then we were feeding off their energy, and it was just, like, great. A VCR started playing, and the VCR was full of just, like, from debut to, like, now, and some fans were crying, and, because there's, like, their old practice videos, and, like, I guess like audition video type things too. They did like their last songs, and then they left stage, and they were like, I love you, like saying their goodbyes. And V said something. He said, I love you. And then J-Hope started talking, and it was like, oh, everybody, I love you so much, or something like that. And then Taehyun goes, I want to say something. And Ratmon looks at him and goes, shut up. I was like, oh my god, Ratmon, really, why you gotta be so extra? But it was funny. And I remember though, Ratmon was like, it's so hot here, the roads are so long, because Dallas is basically just a bunch of roads. And then he's like, it's so hot, now we can go perform in Africa. So he's basically saying that since it's hot here in Texas, it's gonna be hot in Africa, so they can do great in Africa. And I was just like, oh my gosh, you're such a dork. And so it was like awesome. After the concert ended, the lights like kind of went out. We're still a bit off, and they walked off stage. And V, he bowed to the staff member that was beside the stage. And he's the only one that bowed to the staff member. I was like, oh, he's so polite. Not that the others weren't polite, but I was like, oh, he paid attention. I think there was only one, I can't remember who it was, but all the other members like said bye to us. But there was one member, I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was Jimin. That he just walked off stage. Like he didn't even say like really say goodbye to us. But they looked tired, so like I don't really blame them, you know. And yeah, but actually a lot of them for being on the right, like Rapmon and Suga mainly stayed on the left side and in the middle of the stage, but Jin, J-Hope, Jungkook, and V, and then during Cypher a little bit of Suga, they made sure to like come to us people on the right, you know, to like make sure we weren't left out, and like kind of like, you know, jump with us. And people were tired, but as soon as they came to our side, we start like jumping and like, you know, moving our hands and stuff along to the music. So like they made sure to always keep us like make us feel like we were involved too. After the concert, this is what happened when it's completely over. BTS already left the stage, lights come on. They start playing some songs, and all the fans like just still are like singing along. We're all sitting in our seats singing along to all the songs, and it was really cool. And a girl they played Dope, you know, and they this girl got up and she started dancing to Dope, and we cheered her on. Around this time, everybody except for the VIP pluses and the people who won have already started like left. You know, they already started leaving. And but also this time, like girls are getting up and going on the stage and stealing their water bottles, stealing their towels, and staff members are barely coming out to like start putting everything away. And they right away they got the people who had like t-shirts or whatever to go get them. Which you had to if you want a t-shirt or anything, you had to take your ID and then I think like your ticket to prove that you won it. Like they were being really strict to make, because there were people who were if you're gonna do high touch, I really recommend you savor it because it goes by in like 7 seconds. We weren't mentally prepared, and we went through the high touch and we like didn't even get to properly enjoy it. I was a bit thrown off because usually the line was switched, how usually J-Hope's in the front and V is in the back of the line. This time V was in the front. Staff members were actually filming it, but it was going fast. Staff members were like, come on, come on, come on. So I get to V, and all I could say was, don't say I'm young, which is like saying that, basically just saying I'm younger than him in high. And like V like looked shocked, and Suga looked at me and he was shocked because I guess I don't look like I could be older, which I'm only older by like 9 months, maybe 8 months. Like it's not a lot, but you know, to me it's like a lot because so I'm older than you, fool. But oh my god, they were so tall, and I'm like only 4'11", so like I was wearing some wedges heels, so I was still only like maybe 5'1", maybe 5 at the most. I wasn't much taller, and I still had to like look up to them, and I was so nervous. I literally just went like this to their hands because they all held their hands out like this. There was a table in between us all too, so that kind of threw us all off too. So I just literally went like this. Annyeong, Dangsengi, went to Sugar, Annyeong, and then I couldn't look at Sugar. I looked at his freaking bandana he had around his neck because I couldn't make eye contact with him, but I made eye contact with V. So I went Annyeong, and then it was Jungkook, and I just went Annyeong. I looked him in the eye and said Annyeong, and then I went to Jimin. I touched his hand. I was like, "You're so skinny." I don't know why I did that. I can't remember if I said Annyeong to him too first, like touched his hand first, and said Annyeong. But I remember touching his hand, and then he's looking in me in the eyes with just like a kind of smile, and I go, "You're so skinny," and he's like, you know, like he looked super happy that I said that. And Jungkook I had already passed Jungkook, you know, he was like before Jimin. So Jungkook looked back, when I said that, Jungkook looked at me and he smiled. And I was like, looked at him kind of through the side of my eye, because I didn't want to like fully give him my attention again, because I was like, I gotta give Jimin my whole attention. I'm in front of him. And Jimin like gave that huge eye smile and stuff. Sorry, my throat still kind of hurts from screaming. Jesus. And so then that happened, and I was like, ooh. I made eye contact and he like smiled really big. So then Jin is next, and I touched Jin and I look him in the eyes and I'm like, Annyeong. And oh my gosh, like seriously, they're all darker than you think they would be. And I'm like not meaning this in a bad way. I mean like they look good. And Jin's lips, oh my god, they're like puffier and like cuter and like sexier in real life. And the Suga, he's still like light. Like he's different, like definitely lighter. You can definitely tell he's lighter than the rest. But it's not like he's white. You can't be like, this is Sugar's color. Like Sugar's not like this. Like he's lighter, but he's not like super light, like milk, like you know how they make him out to be. He is light. But the thing is too, it could have been BTS's tan because Dallas is really hot. Like I was outside here in Texas for like only a few hours just swimming, and I still like got darker noticeably. So like it could have been just because of that they got darker. Anyways, so then after Jin, it was Namjoon, and oh my god, I love Namjoon so much. I wanted to say Namjoon 힘내세요 or 오빠 남준 오빠 사랑해요 힘내세요 or something like that, but I was too flustered. I was so flustered that I just said 안녕, and I didn't even look at him in the eye. I looked at his freaking hair, and I was so upset after, because the night after was J-Hope, and I said 안녕 to him, touched his hand, you know, and looked him in the eye, and I was walking out, and I was like, oh, why didn't I say anything I planned to say to Namjoon? Like, I totally missed an opportunity. Like, especially just, not even to say I love you, just to say, you know, like, cheer up, you know, like, be strong to Namjoon. And so, like, I didn't get to do that, so I was, like, disappointed. And I was like, why did I, like, it just hit me, too, that I was like, why did I tell Jimin, you're so skinny? Like, why was that the first thing that came out of my mouth? Anyways, so, like, yeah, I would recommend you, like, not rushing through it, because it literally lasts only 7 seconds. It goes by, High Touch goes by super fast. After, like, they were right by the door, so we literally went through 7 seconds and then walked right out the door. My little sister was the first one of the 4 of us, because I was my sister, my twin sister, and my mom. And my little sister was first, and she said she had her face covered like this the whole time, because she was smiling really big, and she was embarrassed, so they didn't really get to see her face except for during the group photo. And she also said she just touched their hands, she didn't know what to do. And then my twin sister said that she wanted to go, Min Sugar! But V threw her off because, you know, we were expecting the different order. So V looks perfect, like, oh my god, his rectangle smile is bomb. So she literally said she was like, he had his hand out like this because I guess they were a little bit tired, you know, they just got done performing. So he had his hand out like this, and she put out her hand, and she looks at her hand, and she looks at his hand, she looks at her hand, and then she looks at him, and like he's like nodding, like, you know, it's okay, touch my hand. So she like touches his hand like this. And she goes, me, and then because every time she went to them, she would say their name, and she's like, I think I was the only one that said all of their names going through. So she goes to Suga, and she goes, Miss Suga, because she was so like taken back, you know, because that's her bias. And so then she went back behind, and she was like Jungkook, Jimin, Jin, Rapman, and J-Hope and stuff. And J-Hope told her, he was like, thank you for coming. And she was taken aback, so she stood there for a while staring at him, and then she's like, no, thank you, walking out the door. And then my mom, I was like, man, I should have went behind my mom, because what she did was, she went in front of them, and she can't say 감사합니다, so she goes, 감사합니다, or something like that. And she shook V's hand, she goes, 감사합니다, and they would say thank you back to her in English, and she went to Suga, 감사합니다, shook his hand. So she literally went to all of them and shook their hands, and she said they all said thank you. And then she was like, the one with the short, brown hair that's kind of light, she goes, the second to the last, she goes, he was really nice. She goes, I said thank you to him, and he said, no, thank you so much for coming. And she's like, yeah, he was really nice. I was like, oh yeah, he's the leader, that's why he's so nice, right? Rap mama bae. I was like, how was it like meeting your son-in-law? Anyways, but yeah, so she's like, they all said thank you to her, and she actually got to shake all of their hands, so I was like so jealous. But we were this third group, we're the 4th row, and they were doing it by rows, so we were like the 4th to go in. But what I heard was they were doing it different. Like sometimes they had their hands like this, sometimes they'd shake your hand, sometimes they just had their hands out, and then sometimes they'd like just have it like for a high five. So like it would just change, it would just depend how they were feeling. And when we walked in though, in the room, like I could tell V was tired. V looked really tired. Jin looked tired. J-Hope still looked really like hyped and stuff. Jimin, he looked really happy to be there. Rapmon, he looked tired, like he was drained. Like, you know, he just wanted to rest. Jungkook looked like, you know, like normal Jungkook, you know, like he's never really excited, never really not like drained or anything. He's just like you know. And then Suga, he didn't look tired at all, really. Like he looked happy. Like they were all smiling big, and they were all like great. Jungkook's smile was like so cute. J-Hope's smile killed me. J-Hope, like, you know, even I call him horse, but I was like, oh my god, J-Hope's so freaking handsome. Like he is so handsome, and like pictures don't do him justice, videos don't do him justice. You like literally need to see him in real life. He's so handsome. Did I mention this also? Suga was super hyped whenever the fans started cussing with him during Cypher, because, you know, in Korea they're conservative still, so, you know, they're not even able to really perform Cypher, and if the fans wouldn't really swear. But when he started swearing, And all the fans started swearing, like screaming their swears with him. Like I was too, and like his face was cheesing. Like he was so like happy. And so yeah, that's how the concert was. It was like super fun. So basically, what you could take is BTS. Like they gave their all. They gave their all. My mom was so impressed. Like she wanted to experience a K-pop concert, so that's why she went. Like she knows we love BTS, so like you know, she didn't have to go, but she wanted to go because she was like, oh, I want to see how it is too, you know. And she said she was super impressed. Like they were high energy and all the fans were so respectful and like you know with BTS and like, but right when Ratman would go shh, and the fans group were dead silent. Like we didn't do anything like stupid. We made sure the concert was really successful. And there was only one mistake, but that was the crew. They were putting on their jackets, and Grandma's like, my jacket must be a bit too small. He's like, I must have grown since the last time I wore it. But I could tell that the staff member gave him Sugar's jacket, and Sugar got Ratmon's jacket because her jacket was too big on Sugar, and it was too small on Ratmon. So I was like, oh, that was, like that and the mic was the only like technical thing. Also, the fans were really respectful. Like the fans would cheer on the staff. The fans at the end, the stage crew came out. The fans all screamed and yelled, "You're the real MVPs," you know, for making sure the stage was successful. So it was super fun. I don't know if like it was just a lot of rambling, but I hope like you enjoyed this fan experience. Sorry if you can hear the zzz or the wind in the video. It's because I had to film outside because it is too dark in my house right now, and my sister's watching like an anime, a mango. It's just an anime. I don't know what it's called. And my other little sister's asleep, and then my little brother's in there playing. So it would be too loud to hear anything, like really, and too dark to see anything. But yes, this is, I'm hoping to upload this one first. I'm gonna do this one first. So if you want to see my experience of going to Dallas and what I did before the concert, and how the fan outside the concert looked, because I didn't come inside at all because I wanted to respect, you know, subculture's roles and Big Hit's roles, you know. So if you want to see that, then you can like click here, and this should redirect you to the video. If it's done. If it's not done, then you just wait, okay? And it'll be uploaded. I promise. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Oh, look, my mom's with laptop, so I can start editing this. And thank you for watching.